Let's talk about family. What do you think about the concept of family?
Well, it's family in my mind. It's a lie. It's again, we're talking about if we've understood the world to be a prison and flesh to be a kind of an imprisonment, then family is the worst thing. Love of family is diabolical, because it's the thing that binds you to the flesh. It binds you to it in every way. You know, reproduction, love of your wife, love of your mother, love of your father. They are enforcers of the game. They are like prison warders, really. They're wardens, prison wardens. That's how I see them. Your family members. You have to escape from their influence in order to attain freedom. That's, again, going back to Jesus' story. If you just look at Jesus' story, you'll see. He went away from his family. He had to break away. He was a carpenter, funny enough. He was working, making crucifixes for the Romans. When he realized what his dad's business was the manufacture of crucifixes, it was disgusting to him. He was disgusted. So then he, obviously had to turn away from that. Then his game started, his own individual game. He went to the wilderness to to purge himself of ancestral infection, if you like. See, to set himself up properly, recalibrate himself. And in that process, obviously, he was successful. He stood down all of the ancestral influence that was pulling him to do certain things and everything. And then when he came back to his family, they couldn't, he was so radically changed, they couldn't recognize him at all. They didn't even recognize who he was speaking differently, different attitude, everything. So they considered him to be insane, you see. But this is what happens when you move towards truth, as I said before. You're going to alienate and upset the family members because they're cult members, basically. The family are attuned to the mother and father want you to reproduce. Oh, why haven't you got a child yet? Why haven't you got a partner yet? A wife, you see? And what's the wife's job? To get you to procreate. Her only sole purpose is to procreate, apparently, you see? So it is diabolical. The force the family has on you as an individual is diabolical. They'll keep you in the fold with all their might, you see? All their effort is directed towards keeping you in the cult. See, so you have to break away from your family. That's the first step. Unless they're enlightened, unless your parents are enlightened, then they'll bless you for finding your own way. They'll help you with that process. But if not, if you've got conventional family members, you have to break away from them. You'll find you have to. And everyone listening to this who've moved away towards truth will know that, will know it to be the truth. They've left their mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, whatever it is, if they made the mistake of reproducing behind. You have to leave them behind and move along with your evolution, or else they keep you stuck in the mud, so to speak.
Wow, that's going to be a bitter pill to swallow for people, I think, especially people who are in strong, closely knit families. But I wanted to sort of point towards another aspect of this, which is that, in a way, you sometimes say, we're all one family. Really, the whole of humanity is, if we related to each other as family, then we could find peace. Although maybe not. Maybe we do relate to each other like family. Maybe families are completely, dysfunctional.
Yeah, again, that's a good point. Again, this clumping into individual families prevents us from realizing that we are a family, as the whole human race is a family. So again, it's bordering. You're bringing up borders when your own family, your own little family, your exclusive family cuts you away from the realization that we're all family. So it's very selfish, and it's diabolical in that sense as well, because you wouldn't consider another person a family member. This is again what Jesus was trying to break through. He said his message was love for everyone. Not exclusive love for your mum and dad and sister and brother, then it stops when you see someone else. No, extend it. Widen the family circle. You see, again, this bordering. Only the people that are my blood family relatives are my family. You see, no one else, everyone else is a stranger, so I can treat them with disrespect. See, and no problem with that, because they're not my family. See, no, he came to say no, widen the border, see everything, everybody as your family. And then you break the hold that capitalism has, see, on us. How would it be possible? You would sell something to your mother? Would anyone listening to this sell something to their mother? Would they charge their mother or their brother or their son for anything? If you say no, that's absurd, then extend the family circle. Now see how absurd capitalism is. How have they got us believing that the people we're charging, that's justified? How have they got us believing that the person we're charging something for is not our family? But they've done it. It's sorcery. See, capitalism is a form of sorcery. It's sorcery. You've split, divide and rule. See, that's how this can happen. The person who's behind the till is your sister, if it's a lady, and she's a cashier in Sainsbury's. She's actually your sister. So how has she been led to believe that she should charge you for something? See, it's crazy. You wouldn't charge your son. You would not even dream of charging your son. If you gave him something, you wouldn't say, oh, here, that's that's 19.99, son. Excuse me, that's 19.99, mother. For what? I'll drop you down the road, but it's going to be, hold on, let me just look on the meter. It's going to be £10.99 for that trip down to Sainsbury's I'll take you on. Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody would laugh at that. But yet we're doing it with our family members. If you see the whole human race as a family, we're doing this daily. They've got us practicing this ridiculous craziness. You see, divide and rule. That's the essence of divide and rule. It penetrates your mind and it changes your behavior. Once they name the person as a stranger, you start to treat them as a stranger. Then charging is quite acceptable. See, but actually it's insane.
I guess then you can even go back and relate to the word family itself. You know, the idea of family is just a concept, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it's familiar. It's from familiar. Someone who is familiar to you. That's all. And what they've told us is that these people are not familiar. So you're not familiar with this person, so they're not your family member. The lady in the shop you're not familiar with, so it's not your family member. You see, but it's wrong. You see, you are familiar if you want. If you see her as a stranger, then you don't wish to even become familiar. You wouldn't even bother to give her the time of day. You don't say hello. People walk past each other. I've experienced it here in Cyprus, everywhere. How can people walk past each other and not acknowledge each other, not say hello, at least hello, to a fellow human being? A family member is walking past you, and you just walk past as if they're not there. That's because we've been trained to believe that that person is not family. See, so we don't want to become familiar with that person. See, it's very clever.
How does that kind of fit with the idea that that many people are vibrating at such a low frequency? They're basically NPCs.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got any empathy, which is a kind of a force, then you would always see the need to acknowledge the person walking towards you. They're a fellow human being, see? They're a family member. So I always, my innate instinct is to always say hello to everybody. And then people disagree with that, you know. Even Danny says, no, why are you saying hello to that person? But I don't understand it. I say, why are you not saying hello? I turn it round. How can you not say hello to a fellow human being walking past you? It's beautiful to have even anybody on the earth to walk past you. So I acknowledge every person I see. I give them the respect of saying hello. In the language here, it's Kalimera, Kalimera, Kalimera to everyone. But there's people who just walk past. They ignore you. They don't say anything. No eye contact, nothing. So that to me is the definition of an NPC. Someone devoid of that kind of, you know, just that respect. That just, you know, they can't feel the need to say hello even. Just a simple hello. Hi, good morning. Just, what's wrong with good morning? No, an automaton, see, would walk past. An automaton. Someone who's got no soul at all, nothing. There's no essence of life in them. A machine would not say hello. It would not. Why would a machine say hello? Doesn't not been programmed to say hello. So that's my definition of an NPC. It should be innate in all beings to say hello, to acknowledge each other as beings walking past. And if not, it's an indication to me that they're devoid of life. They're devoid of life. That's it. So NPC, non-player character.